everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve, this is Everyday Artist, and welcome, Mrs. Rogue. This is my Flosstube number 216, I think, if I remember correctly. And it is I'm trying to remember the date. Monday, May 8th. So I'm 8 days into this month's Whip Go. And I have not done 8 days on it. But I'm only scheduled for 10 days for each of the two that I'm doing this month. And I didn't get a lot done this week. Well, Thursday I had a really bad headache, like all day. It didn't go away. Nothing I did helped. Tylenol didn't help. Heat on my back of my neck didn't help. It felt like I get a lot of headaches from a strain that I had on my neck a long time ago, and it just, so I didn't do any stitching that day. And then I kind of still didn't feel good. Saturday, Sunday wasn't a headache precisely, so I stitched very little. I just didn't feel like it. And I started trying to get a bag together, and I just was like, if I try to work on it when I'm feeling like this, it's not gonna come out right. So I don't have a lot. So this will be a really short video. Now, on the plus side, I found my crochet hook. In order to do that, I had to move a table and then a recliner. Then I could move the sofa far enough off of where, whatever was laying on top of it, that I could find my crochet hook, which I did. But I also found 4 stitch markers and a needle. Now the needle is a really thin one. It's not a beading needle, but I think you could use it for that. It's very thin with a very small eye. And I'm like, I didn't even know I had a needle like this. Not tiny eye like a sewing needle, but yeah. I was like, I don't know where I got this needle. I can always use it, I'm sure. But I didn't know it was on the floor. Now, needles are something, because I have a dog, needles are something that if I drop them, I look for them until I find them. So I don't know how this needle ended up on the ground. Yeah. So, what else is going on here? What else have I been doing? Nothing. Like I said, I wasn't feeling good, so I didn't go anywhere or do anything. Not sick. I wasn't sick. It was just, didn't feel up to doing anything. So, let's get started. In no particular order. And this video is going to be very short because I really don't have anything to talk about. So I showed you last week that I crocheted this, right? And that I won. And I'm kind of annoyed that it's lopsided. I'm like, maybe I should do it again. I don't know. But most of it's not going to show, right? So why do I care? But after I found my needle, instead of starting red, I was like, maybe I want to do this that I was thinking about. It's stuck. Let me see if I can unstick it. Just a minute. Because you have to put it away a certain way so it doesn't unravel, right? I bought this green, red, and white when I bought the white and the red and the green that were separate. But I saw this and I thought, maybe I want that. I don't know. But so I said, well, I'm going to see if I like something that I make with it. And, well, that looks weird. Okay, so this is the beginning of one that is all 3 colors. And see how I'm making little scallops? Now this one doesn't sit down right because this row isn't done, but I'm making these little scallops, and I think I might like this. I don't know. I mean, it won't exactly match the other one, so I don't know. I'll get it made, then I'll decide if I want to finish doing it the way I did the other one, because I like the way the other one came out. But I'm not using a pattern. I'm just crocheting. So I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. And what I'm doing is I'm making little shells. See a little, I don't know if you can see it. That's a shell right there. And they come down and attach, and then I start another shell, although this one doesn't look very attached. And then in the back loop, that's in the front loop, and in the back loop I put another row, and then right now I'm doing another row of shells, and then I'm going to do another flat row underneath that. But it kind of looks kind of cool, huh? I don't know. And they're all the same size, but they don't look it. I don't know why. Anyway, that is going to be either just something I have, or the topper for my Lots of Jolly Berry. And I've had that done, I think, since December. So I kind of would like to get it finished, fully finished. And I've had the 2 other winter berries done, one I think since December and the other one January, February. So it's time to finish them, right? And then I had finished the nativity berry in December, and I want to finish that one. And the sewing bee I finished in March or early April. I think I was supposed to finish it in March, and I ended up finishing it in early April. So, or maybe I was supposed to finish it in February, and I finished it in early March. I don't know. So I really do want to FFO those. And, you know, it's been a week since I cut the other one wrong. So I'll try to get over it and fix it and cut out the other ones. And I still have to, you know, cut out all the toppers and stuff like that and sew those together before I sew them on the berry. So once I get all the pieces cut out, it's just a matter of deciding how I'm going to stick them together. And I have kind of a idea for each one how I want to finish them. So it's just a matter of grabbing the right felt and doing it right. So that'll be finishing all these berries I've been doing. And I have 2 more berries that I have not started on. One is a cat, very much like my dog. Now, Erica Michaels put out 2 other, or at least one other dog one. And had I seen that dog one first, I probably would have done that one instead. Not that I mind the one I did, I like it. But the other one is really cute. But I was like, I'm not going to buy 2 dog ones, even though I love my dog. So, yeah. So since I was talking about topping a berry, I'll show you. I did not work on my Snowman Berry. That's another one, right? My Snowman Berry, because I really want to get this winter berries thing finished. And again, this is Erica Michaels' winter berries, and I'm working on warm woolly winter. And this is how far I've gotten. So I've got to finish the word winter, and I'm working on putting in the swirlies on this side, snowflakes and stuff. And then there's one swirly here that looks like that, or it is that finishing, and then there'll be some snowflakes around here. So it's getting there. I'm doing the snowflakes, etc., in white etoile, but this was just white. See their little feet and their hats. I really like that stitch for the hats. So I put aside that Snowman Berry, even though I really like it, because I want to get this done, because I like this too, but I'm spreading myself a little thin, especially when I'm not stitching as much, because I just it's like Friday I was just, I'm like, I'm not sick and I don't necessarily feel awful or anything like that. I just didn't feel like doing anything. And when I say nothing, I mean I didn't clean, I didn't do anything. Well, technically I cleaned the bathroom, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. So I've been working on plant pots, and I started with the middle one. I did go and get the other green that I was out of, so I can go ahead and start on those greens whenever. And I think I did say that I had stitched over where the eyes were supposed to be, but I was just going to go ahead and just put them in. But I wasn't far enough down for the nose and mouth, so that goes right here, and then there's just a little bit further down, and I think I'm just going to finish this whole middle cat, and then I'll move on to the other cats. I didn't think that white was showing up that good, but it looks pretty good now that it's solid, right? It shows up really well. So, I purposely left some space up here. I think the cactus will come up to about here, so that you see here on the picture how high that is above the pattern. I thought I would give myself a little bit of extra room, because you know you don't want the cross stitch to come up real close to where the plant is. And it looks like they had this wrap around the edge of the pot. I don't know if I'll have enough space to do that, because it doesn't, I'd have to find a piece of wood to put these in. And these look like they're separate little pots that are put in there, so I don't know. I wonder if I can find her these specific cactus. Cactus are abundant here. It's easy to get little ones at the even the grocery store. One thing that's interesting, you know, in Arizona, the Saguaro Cactus, and maybe I'll put a picture here to show you what I'm talking about if you're not familiar with the Saguaro Cactus. But a lot of people, when they think of cactus, they think of the cactus, and it's the cactus with the arms that go up like that. Huge. They're huge. I can't even explain to you how big they are. A young one you know, it was just a little pillar, but even that is bigger. And they are protected plant here. You can sell saguaro seeds, but you cannot sell a saguaro. I think nurseries can to businesses or something. I don't know. But they're kind of protected. And birds love to make a hole in the cactus and make their little home there. And this time of year, they have flowers on top. It's usually around Mother's Day when they get flowers. And I always say they're putting on their little bonnets. They have little white flowers. Well, usually they're white. Sometimes they're a different color. But that's what a lot of people think of when they think of cactus. But just about everybody who has xeriscaping here has some form of cactus in the yard. I have a barrel cactus and two others that are kind of spiky. It's not this, but it's kind of like that. It's maybe more like that one. I don't know. But that's a barrel cactus. And yes, they do have little flowers on top, usually in the spring. And this one is, I believe, a prickly pear cactus. And yes, they get little flowers. Most cactus flower. Yucca plants don't flower every year, but most of them do. And there's some really cool cactuses. There's really, I love looking at them. I don't like them in my yard. Now the front yard, I never play out there or anything. And I don't have little kids anymore. But I have my dog, and I don't want her running up and, you know, getting poked by the cactus, because they can really hurt themselves when they try to get it out, if they try to get it out by themselves. So, excuse me. Okay, enough about cactus. This is my first Whip Go pull for May. Silver Creek Samplers Winterful Friends. And I am using none of the called for colors. I'm just, excuse me, picking colors from my stash. And this is where I am so far. Now, when it's sitting right here in front of me, down here, I can see that white, but it's kind of hard to see. But it's coming out okay. So when you first look at it, you know, like this, it looks like I haven't gotten a lot more done, but, and you see I've got, this is the whole snowman over here. It looks like part of him, but that's a snowflake. So I am on that. I just haven't done this very bottom row. And I think I'll do that once I get this side done over here, because it goes all the way around, all the way across the bottom. And then more of the white is, you know, on top of the fence and of course in the tree. So, yeah, the birds are so cute. I don't know how far I'll get in 10 days. But I've gotten the snowman mostly done. So, maybe. I don't know. I have to pick a brown for the hands and the fence. But other than that, I think I have all my colors picked. And she does provide DMC alternatives. So I may just use that. I don't know. I have a lot of different threads that are not necessarily what's called for here, but it's, you know, I have a lot of browns and stuff like that that are fancy floss. I may use those. And honestly, I can't figure out why my throat sounds like it does, but it actually does hurt. Excuse me. Okay, and this is the last of my stitching. So, like I said, very short video. It's only 20 minutes so far. This is Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts 2023 Temperature Sal. And of course, we started a new month. And all my plans of going down further on this so I could start this stuff, I have a feeling I'll be working on this stuff in 2024. But I hooked myself with a needle. Okay, so today it's supposed to only be like 93 or so. I don't know what it's actually yet because it's only 11 o'clock. But it's not been as hot as it was. These 2 days right here, that color is for 100 degrees. And as I said, on the colors, I adjusted like 10 degrees lower or something like that. I don't know, 10 degrees lower, so that I would have more variation during the summer months of color, as it warms up, you know. So that's on mine, that's the color for 100. So we got to 100, and then it went back down, and look, we're back to colors from over here. So it's going to warm up again. I can't remember what those the lighter colors represent. And it's not cold outside. I think it was 81 the first couple of days of May. I'm not sure. But it's not cold out. It's just not hot. So, yeah, if you're in the car where the sun is shining into the car, you need air conditioning, but it's beautiful out. I had to take my sister out. This morning for an appointment, and I turned the air conditioning off. I was so cold. I was like, no, it's too cold. I was watching Helen D, her latest Flosstube, and she was showing all the FFOs she'd done, 2 of which were for her sister. And one of them I fell in love with. Now, my sister gets this magazine. This is from fall 2020, so it's not a new magazine. But her sister did this pattern on a beautiful blue color, and I just thought it was so cute. So I think I'm gonna do it. It doesn't look that big. On 32 count, it'd be 10 by 10 inches. So it's a little on the big side, but not horrible. She doesn't have the stitch count here. So I don't know how it can be 10 by 10 if there's 90 stitches down and 60 stitches across, but I think I'm going to do it. I liked it. I like the way she finished it too. She finished it as a stand-up, and I haven't finished anything that way, but I think it'd be really cute finished like that, so I may try to do that. All right, so I think that's all. So I hope you guys are having beautiful weather like we are here. I hope you guys are, enjoying the beautiful spring weather where you are. You might actually have flowers in your spring. We don't have flowers here. So I'll see you next week.